Hello, this is John Wobenhorst, and I'm with North Bay Small Biz, and I'm coming to you from Petaluma, California. And in this video series, we're going to be talking about Google. Some people estimate that up to 70% of people who do internet searches are doing them first on Google. And so it's vitally important for your business to understand how you can rank better with Google, how you can make more use of Google for letting people know about your products and services. So with no further ado, let's go to the computer and start to understand more about how Google works. So we're going to be talking about getting listed in the Google search results in a higher position than you're already in on the first page. That's where you want to be, right? So that's being said, let's talk about a typical Google search looks like. So I'm going to type in the word dentist. Now automatically Google knows that I'm dialing from Petaluma, so they automatically pull up information that's relevant to Petaluma. So there's several different sections here. One of the first things you see here are ads. See these yellow thing? It says ad. Now the only problem with these ads is that people develop what you might call banner blindness. And that's exactly what we're talking about. People are going to notice these ads, but they are going to really not notice them because they know that they're ads. And so people don't really take them very seriously. So these are referred to as PPC or pay-per-click, and it's the Google AdWords program. And so people just get blinded to them, that it's almost like they don't exist. That being said, PPC doesn't always see a great return on investment. So on the other hand, down here you see what's called organic listings. These are things that organically are ranking on the first page for Google's search term for dentist. Now the only thing about these is that these can have competition from anywhere around the world. You see right here Wikipedia, we have Yelp, we have Bureau of Labor and Statistics. So these results can really come from anywhere. Now at the very top of the page we have what's called the Maps listings, and these are usually in the form of a 3-pack, a 5-pack, or a 7-pack. In this case we have 7 listings, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. And in this case all these listings, they're tied to a map. So this is really where you want to be, because whereas the organic listings show up globally, which means that you can have a competitor in Germany who might want to rank for your keyword, on the local maps listings you only have people who have a local address. So this eliminates a lot of your competition. Plus, and of course when I say an address, it has to be a real physical address. It can't be a post box. The other thing about the maps listings is you're going to see a lot of conversions for a couple different factors. Notice first of all that they have these ratings. See these, your eye kind of goes to this star ratings. Now in this case we have 3 dentists with 5-star ratings and 1 with a 4.5. And then you have 2 that haven't got their ratings. So if you're a dentist in Petaluma, you want to get your reviews. You have to have at least 5 reviews to have these ratings show. But notice how your eye automatically goes to these star ratings. So this is a very important thing because this is social proof. You know, we live in a culture of its reviews. So when people see reviews, people are willing to go and work with that business, especially, of course, positive reviews. The other thing that's important is that, of course, you're tied to the map and the phone number. The phone number is very important because if someone calls on their cell phone, these phone numbers show up and there's something that's called a tap to call. What that means is if you simply just tap on the listing, you'll get a button which allows you to directly just click and dial the phone number. There's no messing around trying to write the phone number down in your hand or something crazy like that. This is really beneficial for those of you who are in industries where people are on the road, they're searching for something, and then they can just click and do this tap to call. So let me explain what happens here. The good news is that a lot of you are already listed with Google Maps. When Google started this whole Maps listing program, what they did is they went and accessed data services and business directories from all over, and they created listings for everyone they could find. So if your company's been around for a while, chances are pretty good you already have a Google Maps listing. But unfortunately, you're probably not on page 1 unless you've done some optimization. But right here, we can see on the maps listings here, maps for dentist. Besides these first 7 listings, Google has many, many more listings for dentists. Here's 1 through 10, here's 10 through 20, 11 through 20, and 21 through 30. So these Google Maps listings are really every possible business that's listed in Petaluma. So if you don't have a listing at all, it's not a big deal. You can create a new listing pretty easily. So what you need to do is claim, verify the listing exactly, and then you're on their system. So if your listing is sitting there and you haven't claimed and verified it, there's a good chance you're not going to show up on the first page. So what you need to do is you need to go and claim and verify the listing. And how do you do that? Well, it's very simple. You just go to google.com My Business. And before you head there, you're going to need a Gmail account. So if you don't have a Gmail account already, you're going to want to get one. So I'm guessing a lot of you have a Gmail account already. It's Google's email service. It's free, and you have to have a Gmail account so you can sign up and get into the Google system. So when you get to this My Business page, you're going to see three options, and the two options are the ones you should be most concerned about. So this is what it looks like when you get to the Google My Business, Find Your Business page. Now what you can normally do is just enter in a phone number. If you enter a phone number, automatically Google's going to find your business. So I just entered the phone number of a dentist in Petaluma. And so automatically what they're doing is they're going to find, did I enter in the right phone number? Let's see here. Okay, here we go. Here's a pediatric dentist. So in this case, you would just click here. Now in this case, this has already been verified. If this hadn't been verified, you would then click a link, verify this business. And then what happens is they either connect you to a phone call or they're going to go ahead and punch that box, and Google is going to send you a postcard to verify your listing. Of course, now in this case, it's already been verified. Now the other thing I could do, if I want to add my business that doesn't list here, I just click Add My Business. I would put my business name here, Joe's Dental, etc., etc. Put all the phone number and the etc., etc. What's very important here is the category. You can see there's some pre-done categories. If I just start typing in dentist, there's some categories here: cosmetic dentist, pediatric, cosmetic dentist. Let's see here. There's some other ones we could type in here. Pediatric, I think we can put dentist. So there's some certain categories that you can put in here. Okay. Now it's very important that you remember these categories, because now that you've got your listing verified, it doesn't mean you're going to show up, and in most cases you're not going to show up on the first page. You need to take down those categories that Google has available to you, because you want to create pages for your website that relate to those categories. For example, if you have the category of a heating contractor, I would go into my website and create a brand new page called Heating Contractor, and you want to put at least 300 to 500 word article on that page that has your key phrase Heating Contractor. That's going to let Google know that you're an authority in that area. So any category that you want to put up, to identify yourself in the Google Plus listings, you want to have content that which backs that up. There's a saying, content is king with Google, because Google likes to see the content. Again, we have to think of Google's business model. Their business model is to give the person, their client, and their client is the person who's searching online, the best experience. What's the best experience? The person who has the most information available for them. So with Google, you need to show that you have content that relates to your categories and keywords. So if you have the category of cosmetic dentist, pediatric dentist, orthodontist, you want to have articles on your website that back that up. Some other things you want to do is go after local directory listings. Local directory listings are just other websites that have a bunch of businesses listed on them. For example, Yelp is one that's a local directory site. Angie's List is a local directory site. So just find out these sites where you can put your business information. It's called a citation. And Google considers a citation to be another factor where they look at it and they see how many citations you have, how many citations that your competitors have. And so you want to outweigh what your competitors have. you want to make sure that you have quite a few of these local directories, because once you're verified, and then once you're verified, you want to you have the option to upload pictures, videos, maps. It's kind of like a Facebook almost. You can have posts, etc. So let's go to one of these listings. So here's an example of a Google Plus page. You can see there's photos here, there's videos, there's an area to put posts, and some of these posts. So this is kind of like Facebook. So again, you want to look around your competitors. If your competitors have a bunch of posts, you want to have a bunch of posts. If your competitors have photos, you want to have at least as many photos as they have. If they have videos, you want to have at least as many videos as they have. And so you also want to get these reviews. These reviews are very important because reviews show up right on that first page as we saw before. So let's go right now and look at these reviews. So what you can do is you can just look up these reviews right here. In this case, there's 8 reviews. So you want to look at these reviews, and you want to make sure you have in your business at least as many reviews as your competition has. So there's several ways people can leave these reviews. They can go right to the Google Plus page that you have, and they can leave a review. Or if someone has an Android phone, this makes it even easier because Android is owned by Google and all their phones usually come preloaded with what's called Google Maps app. And guess what? This is the same Google Maps that shows up in the search results I was telling you about. So they can go onto their app, they can search for your business. Once they found it, there's a button to leave a review. And it's important that the review is coming from a different device. You don't want to leave all your reviews on one device. For example, you wouldn't want a computer set up on your office and have all your customers leave a review from that computer because those reviews will get filtered out and Google will identify them as spam. That's why having them leave the reviews from a cell phone works out well because it's a different device and it's a different IP address. So I definitely advise you get one of those. So get at least 5 of those before it's going to show up in the listings as we saw. So typically when you get on the first page of Google, we're seeing 30 to 50 extra calls for a retail location. So we'll see 30 to 50 new people coming into the location every single month as a result from what's going to be going on. But of course this is going to vary from niche to niche. So it's not a thing you can say definitely one way or another. In fact, recently there was a tattoo shop that got on page 1 of Google and they got 97 phone calls within 3 weeks. So there's no way to say exactly how many calls you're going to get. But since we already know that 70% of the people who are searching are going to Google, and this is the best place to be in Google, you can certainly expect to see a lot of things happening when you get on page 1 of Google in the Google 7-pack. So that's it for this first video, and on the second video we're going to talk more about some other factors that come into play when getting your listing to show up on the first page. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and we'll look forward to joining me in the next video, and we're going to talk a lot more about some of the details and precise actions you can take to make sure that you're ranking on the first page of Google in the 7-pack.